Good morning and hello everybody. My name is Jason.
I'm Caden.
I'm Jaden.
I'm Eli.
And we are the Yahoo and the Torah YouTube channel, and we are your family, and we're very thankful that you guys are our family. And we are heading into yet another book, and I'm not even going to break which book it is because you guys will find it out soon enough. But this is who are we? Who are we and what do we do? Because this is a brand new segment. It's a brand new book. There's going to be a lot of people that will jump in, tune in, and they'll immediately tune right out. We are the people that believe what? Jade, go slowly with this.
We believe that the laws, statutes, and commandments, the first 5 books of the Bible, the Torah, is for us. We believe that we need to follow it. We believe that the Messiah, people know him as Jesus, his name is Yehoshua, because there's no J's in Hebrew. We believe that he is our Messiah and that he died for us.
He died for us. And and so we truly believe that all the laws, statutes, and commandments that are found from the first book to the Deuteronomy is the guidelines for life. It is what we base our life on. It is what we tell everyone that they should base their life on. And it's not that we tell them they should do it, but if they want to seek a kingdom, if they're looking for the kingdom to come, if they're looking for what the Christians are always calling this rapture and all this heaven, the only way that we are ever going to find that road and to find this path is by being obedient to our Creator. And this is what we are, and this is who our family is, or we are the people that are pushing, prodding, pulling, begging everybody out there to be a part of Yah's kingdom. And Yah's kingdom is a very good kingdom, and he is a righteous Elohim, and he's a good Elohim. All right, gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Good.
You can't use that book, buddy. You can't use that. You can't read out there. This is the whole joke hour thing, is not to read from a book. Now, you're going to have your, if you don't have your joke, then I'm going to have to tell the sewer story.
I have a joke.
You have a story? Okay, then I won't tell the sewer story today. All right, so go ahead and give me a joke, will you?
What sometimes runs but never walks?
Sometimes runs, but never walks.
Think? Nope.
Ooh, that could be a bathtub.
No.
Your nose. Oh, okay, that's a good one. That's pretty good. I was wondering why the Frisbee kept getting bigger and bigger, and then it hit me. And I really thought I had life under grips, but then the handle fell off. Jade, what's your joke? You got anything?
Oh, yeah. What do you call a fish without eyes?
A fish without eyes. A blind carp?
Fush.
Yeah, fish.
What?
Fush.
Fush?
It doesn't have a letter I.
Oh, fush. That's hilarious. That's great. Kate, you got anything? You got nothing. All right, so I guess I'll save the sewer story for another time that we don't have anything, because the kids weren't real happy. There was one time I was going to tell the sewer story. You guys okay with me telling the sewer story?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
All right, that'll be for another day. We'll save that. All right, so we are into the book of, anyone want to take a guess? Anyone gets it? Gets a drum roll?
Wait, you told us.
Did I tell you?
Yeah, how do
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, then
told
tell me.
us.
Tell it. What book?
Judges.
Judges, yay! Okay, you didn't guess. I told you. I'm getting real old. Getting real old is always incredible because I always remember things that I never ever knew and say things that I never knew.
What are we drum rolling for?
Well, we're drum rolling because I'm old, so we're gonna that I'm still alive and that we can read through this. All right, so before we get into this, guys, if you want a hard copy of this Yah Scriptures, it is still available. There are still some books available. $64. It is 103 books. It is large print. 3 different bookmarks in here. This is an amazing Scriptures. We don't know if it'll be around forever. We do know the first 1,000 books will be here. We're hoping the end of February. Early March is what, so far, we have everything on there. So that is completely available. For anybody that is wanting to just download this and put this on any one of your devices, the very first download right here is Yah Scriptures single column. It is revision 5, even though Mr. Cole didn't put revision 5 on this. These are all revision 5, and this is the one that you guys would want. The second download is the Apocrypha. And also, Yah Scriptures is on eSword for all devices as far as that goes. Now, we are into the book of Judges. Prior to that, I want to do one quick look over here at these maps. Not that the maps are really going to do anything for us, other than tell us a couple of things. Now, Jade, tell us about our time in Scriptures all the way to Joshua, where we are at to the end of Joshua.
Well, we know Genesis was at the very beginning of Adam and Eve. They have their descendants. We get up to Noah. We have giants. The earth gets flooded. You get rid of the giants. It restarts. Still some giant DNA in one of the children of Noah. So so the giants live on. They all spread out through the earth. We get Father Abraham. He has Isaac. Isaac has Isaac has Jacob, and Jacob has his 12 sons. They become the tribes of Israel. They end up getting enslaved into Egypt. Moses comes after 400 years of being enslaved. He comes and frees them. From there, he leads them, gives them the Torah, the commands, all the way up to Joshua. After Moses dies, Joshua takes over, and they start conquering and taking over the land they were promised. That all their forefathers were promised. And then they get all the land. They divide it up. They conquer it. They leave some of the people alive. The people they were supposed to destroy, they leave them alive. And then Joshua dies. He tells them not to go astray. And here we are.
Yeah, and so the book of Joshua, Joshua really botched the world of the Israelites. They by them making covenants and not destroying what our Creator told us to destroy. And he told them all very, very clearly that everybody is to be put under the ban, that there wasn't to be any kind of, nobody lives, right? Everybody dies, and a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't get why it is necessary or why it was necessary that everybody died. And it was to clean up the DNA. Our Creator has a huge thing with DNA becoming corrupted and DNA just becoming jacked. And he doesn't want it to be jacked. He doesn't want us to do things that changes our DNA in any way, shape, or form. He has perfected our DNA structure. He gave us a beautiful double helix. He has done amazing work in creation, and from the very time of back in the day when Babel was there and you had King Nimrod and they were corrupting the DNA, the fallen was corrupting the DNA. That was the whole point, is that we were supposed to clean up humanity, and it never happened. And what we're going to learn today and what we're going to continue on today is that Israel cannot obey. Even the last two chapters of Joshua, the people said, we are going to do what our Creator says to do. They said, we are going to serve our Creator. And here we begin the story of Judges. Is everybody ready?
Yep.
Okay. And it came to be, after the death of Yehoshua, that the children of Israel asked Yahuwah, saying, who of us should go up first against the Canaanites to fight against them? And Yahuwah says, Yehudah goes up. See, I have given the land into his hand. And Yehudah said to Shimon, his brother, come up with me into my allotment, and let us fight against the Canaanites. And I myself shall go with you into your allotment. So Shimon went with him. And Yehudah went up, and Yahuwah gave the Canaanites and the Pezerites into their hand, and they smote 10,000 men at Bezek. And they found Adoni Bezek in Bezek, and fought against him, and smote the Canaanites and the Perizzites. But Adoni Bezek fled, and they pursued him, and caught him, and cut off his thumbs and big toes. And Adoni Bezek said, 70 sovereigns with their thumbs and big toes cut off used to gather under my table. As I have done, so Elohim has repaid me. And they brought him to Jerusalem, and he died there. Okay, thoughts, anyone? Big toes,
I guess
thumbs cut off?
That's a weird way to, begin to kill someone, but I guess that's what they did.
So it wasn't a way to begin to kill somebody. That was the way they were supposed to live, without big toes and big thumbs, right? What would that do if you did not have big toes?
Swords run around.
You wouldn't be able to pick up swords. You wouldn't be able to run around very well. You're going to hobble everywhere you go. You're not going to be a threat to anybody, right? You're all of a sudden the big threat, the guy who had all of his limbs, no longer is that kind of a threat. Okay, 8. And the children of Yehudah fought against Jerusalem and captured it, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and lit the city on fire. And afterward the children of Yehudah went down to fight against the Canaanites who dwelt in the mountains in the Negeb and in the low country. And Yehudah went against the Canaanites who dwelt in Hebron. Now the name of Hebron was formerly Kiriath Arba. And they smote Sheshai and Achiman and Talmai. And from there they went against the inhabitants of Deber. Now the name of Deber was formerly Kiriath Sefer. And Caleb said, he who smites Kiriath Sefer and shall capture it, to him I shall give my daughter Achsah as wife. And Othniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, captured it. And he gave him his daughter Achsah as wife. All right, so...
This is the exact same story.
Huh?
It's the exact same stories before.
Yeah, we heard this before, right?
Yeah, and Joshua talked to us. I don't know if here it's out of order, or out of order in Joshua, or just recounting the story.
Yeah, why are we recounting that? And we were a little upset the first time because we thought it was like brothers that were marrying the daughter or something like that. What is the relationship of Othniel?
I think like nephew.
Cousins like that, right?
Yeah, cousin. It was cousins, I think. Okay, 14. Yeah, this is weird though. Well, I mean, we've already heard the story, but we don't know why it ended up into this. Did you have something mystical on this? All right, 14. And it came to be when she came in. Did we do 13? Do 13. And Othniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, captured it, and he gave him his daughter Achsah as a wife. And it came to be when she came in that she urged him to ask her father, for a field. And when she got off from her donkey, Caleb said to her, "What is the matter?" So this is interesting. Wasn't she asking her husband to ask her dad? And
No, I thought she came and asked her.
And Othniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, captured it, and he gave him his daughter Achsah as a wife. And it came to be, when she came in, that she urged him to ask her father for a field. So she asked her husband to ask her father, right?
Yeah, but in there I thought she was on the horse, she got off, and he's like, "Why you look displeased?"
Well, that's the thing is she wanted him to ask her father, and then right out of the gate, she starts talking to her. So I don't know what this story is all about exactly, but let's continue on. And when she got off from her donkey, Caleb said to her, "What is the matter?" And so it's like the husband, well, first of all, my husband wasn't strong enough to come ask you, Pops, for some land. So here I am. I'm going to be asking you for this land. That's part of my matter, obviously. Okay, 15. And she said to him, "Give me a baraka. Since you have given me land in the Negeb, give me also springs of water." So Caleb gave her the upper springs and the lower springs. And the children of the Canaanite, father-in-law of Moshe, went up from Tamarin, with the children of Yehuda into the wilderness of Yehuda, which is the south of Arad. And they went and dwelt among the people. And Yehuda went with Shimon his brother, and they smote the Canaanites who inhabited Zephath, and put it under the ban. So the name of the city was called Kormah. And Yehuda captured Azah and its border, and Ashkelon and its border, and Ekron and its border. And Yahuwah was with Yehuda. So they took possession of the mountains, but they were unable to drive out the inhabitants of the plain, because they had chariots of iron. And they gave Kebron to Caleb, as Moshe had said, and he drove out from there the 3 sons of Anak. However, the children of Benjamin did not drive out the Jebusites who inhabited Jerusalem. So the Jebusites have dwelt with the children of Benjamin in Jerusalem to this day. And the house of Joseph also went up against Beth-el, and Yahuwah was with them. And the house of Joseph sent men to spy out Beth-el. Now the name of the city was formerly Luz. And the watchmen saw a man coming out of the city, and they said to him, "Please, show us the entrance to the city, and we shall show you kindness." So he showed them the entrance to the city, and they smote the city with the edge of the sword. But the man and all his clan they let go. And the man went to the land of the Kittites and built a city, and called its name Luz, or Luz, which is its name to this day. And Manasseh did not dispossess Beth Shean and its villages, nor Ta'anak and its villages, nor the inhabitants of Dor and its villages, nor the inhabitants of Libleam and its villages, nor the inhabitants of Megiddo and its villages, for the Canaanites desired to dwell in that land. So right out of the gate, you have all of these different tribes, and they have all failed, and they all let the inhabitants of the land just right out of the gate, just stick with them. So this is why they ended up getting completely owned, because they were not supposed to hang out with the people of the land. The people of the land are worldly, and we're not supposed to be worldly.
And these people are corrupt as well. These people have giant DNA.
Yeah.
And these are the people that come to plague them for hundreds of years later.
Yeah, and it never stops. Okay, and it came to be when Yisrael was strong, that they put the Canaanites into compulsory labor, but did not completely drive them out. Neither did the Ephraim drive out the Canaanites who dwelt in Gezer, so the Canaanites dwelt in the midst of Gezer. Neither did Zebulun drive out the inhabitants of Kitron, or the inhabitants of Nahal. So the Canaanites dwelt in their midst and became compulsory labor. Neither did Asher drive out the inhabitants of Acho, nor the inhabitants of Zidon, nor of Achlab, nor of Achzab, nor Kelba, nor Aphik, nor Rechobab. These are tough names. So the Asherites dwelt in the midst of the Canaanites, the inhabitants of the land, because they did not drive them out. Neither did Naphtali drive out the inhabitants of Bet Shemesh, nor the inhabitants of Bet Anak, but they dwelt among the Canaanites, the inhabitants of the land. And the inhabitants of Bet Shemesh and of Bet Anath became compulsory labor for them. And the Amorites pressed the children of Dan into the mountains, for they would not allow them to come down to the valley. And the Amorites desired to dwell in Mount Keris, in Aelon, and in Sha'alabim. But when the hand of the house of Joseph became stronger, they became compulsory labor. And the border of the Amorites was from the ascent of Acharim, from Selah, and upward.
So we can see that they're already getting
So
taken captivity.
it was Manasseh that failed this. Who else failed this, guys?
Zebulun,
Zebulun right here failed this.
Asher,
Naphtali.
Naphtali.
Asher, Naphtali, everything.
Dan didn't even get their land.
Yeah, kind of the upper side.
Yeah, so it's like the northern side didn't make it happen. But Judah, we know Judah took out their people, right?
Yep. And Benjamin didn't either. Benjamin didn't drive the Jebusites.
Yeah, and so anyway, we have more than half of the tribes that disobeyed the word of our Creator, and here we are today. So there we go, everybody. This is the very first book of this. We hope that you guys will enjoy this as we read this. And if you guys have any questions, put them down there. If you guys have any comments, definitely put them down there. And we appreciate your guys' time and loyalty to this family, loyalty to the kingdom of Yah. We love y'all, and we hope that you have a wonderful day.
All right, shalom.
Shalom.